I've always been fascinated by the mysteries of ancient Egypt. The towering pyramids, the enigmatic Sphinx, and the tales of powerful gods have captivated imaginations for millennia. Today, we're going to explore the incredible world of ancient Egyptian mythology. We'll meet the major gods, unravel intricate myths, and discover how these beliefs shaped one of the world's most enduring civilizations. Imagine a world where gods walk among mortals, where the sun sails across the sky in a golden boat, and where a person's heart is weighed against a feather to determine their fate in the afterlife. This was the reality for the ancient Egyptians, whose pantheon of deities governed every aspect of their lives. The Egyptian pantheon was vast and complex, with hundreds of gods and goddesses. We'll focus on some of the most important deities who played crucial roles in Egyptian mythology and daily life. Ready to meet them? At the top of the divine hierarchy sits Ra, the sun god. But Ra isn't just any sun god. He's the creator of the universe and the king of the gods. Every day, Ra would sail across the sky in his solar boat, bringing light and life to the world. But his journey didn't end at sunset. At night, Ra would travel through the dangerous underworld, battling the serpent Apophis, who sought to plunge the world into eternal darkness. This daily cycle of triumph and struggle symbolized the Egyptians' understanding of life, death, and rebirth. Osiris, the god of the dead and the ruler of the underworld. But don't let his grim title fool you. Osiris was also associated with resurrection and new life. According to myth, Osiris was once the king of Egypt, teaching his people agriculture and civilization. However, his jealous brother Set murdered him, scattered his body parts across Egypt, and usurped the throne. Osiris's wife Isis gathered the pieces and resurrected him, making him the first mummy and the ruler of the afterlife. This myth was central to Egyptian beliefs about death and the afterlife. Have you ever seen those ancient Egyptian paintings of a jackal-headed god? That's Anubis, the god of mummification and protector of the dead. Anubis played a crucial role in the journey to the afterlife. He was the one who led souls to the Hall of Judgment and oversaw the all-important weighing of the heart ceremony. But Anubis wasn't just a grim reaper figure. He was also seen as a guardian and a guide, helping the deceased navigate the perils of the underworld. In fact, many Egyptians prayed to Anubis for protection, both in this life and the next. Let's take a broader view of Egyptian mythology. There's a group of 9 deities called the Ennead. These gods and goddesses were central to the creation myth of Heliopolis, one of ancient Egypt's most important religious centers. The Ennead consists of Atum, the creator god, and his descendants, Shu and Tefnut, Geb and Nut, and finally Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys. Each of these deities represented fundamental aspects of the universe, from the earth and sky to the forces of order and chaos. One of the most dramatic stories in Egyptian mythology is the conflict between Horus and Set. Horus, the falcon-headed god, was the son of Osiris and Isis. After Set murdered Osiris, Horus sought to avenge his father and claim his rightful place as king of Egypt. The battle between Horus and Set lasted for 80 years, symbolizing the struggle between order and chaos, fertile lands and desert. In one famous episode, Set tore out one of Horus's eyes, but it was later healed by Thoth, becoming the powerful symbol known as the Eye of Horus. Isis, the goddess of magic, motherhood, and healing, was one of the most beloved deities in ancient Egypt. She was renowned for her magical powers and her devotion to her family. When her husband Osiris was murdered, she used her magic to resurrect him long enough to conceive their son, Horus. Isis was also seen as a protector of the pharaohs, who were considered to be the living embodiment of her son Horus. Her worship spread beyond Egypt, and she became one of the most popular goddesses in the ancient world, with temples dedicated to her as far away as England. In the beginning, there was only none, the primordial waters of chaos. From this arose Atum, the creator god who created himself. Atum then created Shu, the god of air, and Tefnut, the goddess of moisture. Shu and Tefnut, in turn, gave birth to Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky. Geb and Nut then produced Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys, completing the Ennead. This creation story reflects the Egyptians' observation of their environment, with life emerging from the annual flooding of the Nile. The Eye of Ra is one of the most famous symbols in Egyptian mythology, often depicted as a fierce protector. Sometimes it takes the form of a cobra, or even a cow, each form representing different aspects of its power. In one myth, Ra sends his eye to search for his lost children, Shu and Tefnut. When the eye returns, it finds that Ra has grown a new eye. Saddened, the eye weeps, and from its tears, humans are created, illustrating the complex intertwining of Egyptian myths. For the ancient Egyptians, death was a transition. To reach the afterlife, the deceased had to pass a crucial test, the weighing of the heart. In the Hall of Ma'at, Anubis would weigh the person's heart against the feather of Ma'at. If the heart was lighter than the feather, the person was deemed worthy of the afterlife. But if the heart was heavier, it would be devoured by Ammit, a fearsome creature. A lighter heart meant the deceased could enter the afterlife, encouraging people to live virtuous lives. For those found unworthy, their heart would be devoured and their soul destroyed. The ancient Egyptians believed that preserving the body was crucial for the afterlife, leading to the practice of mummification. This complex process, overseen by priests of Anubis, involved removing internal organs and preserving them separately. The body was then dried using natron salt, a process that took about 70 days. Finally, the body was wrapped in linen bandages, with protective amulets placed between the layers. But mummification wasn't just physical preservation. It was a magical process, too, accompanied by rituals and spells. These rituals ensured the deceased's spiritual survival, allowing their soul to use the mummy as an anchor in the afterlife. Egyptian hieroglyphs weren't just a writing system. They were believed to have magical properties. The Ankh, symbol of life, the Djed pillar, representing stability, the Waz scepter, a sign of power. These weren't just decorative, they were often used as magical amulets. These amulets were believed to convey their attributes to the wearer, offering protection and power in daily life. Magic, or Heka, was an integral part of ancient Egyptian life. It wasn't separate from religion or science, it was a force that permeated everything. Egyptians used magic for healing, protection, and to influence the gods. Amulets, spells, and rituals were used to ward off evil and bring good fortune. Scribes played a crucial role in Egyptian magic, writing protective spells and rituals to ensure a safe journey to the afterlife. Each morning, the pharaoh or a high priest would perform the daily temple ritual, symbolically feeding and clothing the god's statue. This was believed to be essential for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order. The gods of ancient Egypt may no longer be worshipped, but their influence lives on in our culture. You can see echoes of Egyptian mythology in literature, art, and even architecture. The next time you see an obelisk or a pyramid-shaped building, remember, you're looking at a legacy of ancient Egyptian beliefs. Egyptian mythology continues to captivate our imagination. It reminds us of our eternal quest to understand the mysteries of life, death, and the cosmos. The myths of ancient Egypt are a testament to human creativity and our fascination with the divine. We've just taken a whirlwind tour through the fascinating world of ancient Egyptian mythology. From the daily journey of Ra to the judgment in the Hall of Ma'at, these myths shaped every aspect of ancient Egyptian life.